Hello today. In today's video, we are going to discuss how we should eat so that we get out of medication. You know, the worst thing you can ever be, it's beyond medication, because medication has got a lot of adverse effects. So we are going to discuss how you are going to get out of your medication by the way you are going to eat. Now, we are going to deal with two items which cause a lot of diseases. If you are insulin resistant and if you are inflamed, those are two hallmarks, those are two markers to show that you are either having disease or about to have a disease. Now, before we go forward, kindly subscribe, comment, hit the right button and the notification bell so that whenever I make a video, you are notified that a video has come out and you can listen. I want to thank you for those who have continued to subscribe, and if you have not subscribed, please subscribe so that you help me reach at least the 200 mark for subscribers. Thank you so much. Now, let's first of all discuss the first thing we are going to deal with. You are going to deal with insulin resistance. Let us ask ourselves, what is insulin resistance? Insulin resistant is a state of your blood cells, meaning that your body cells are insulin resistant, that they are resisting any glucose entering into your blood cells. And why does this happen? This happens when you have taken a lot of starches, carbohydrates, and the hormone insulin is unable to control or regulate how much sugar is within your body. So whatever the cells cannot accept, the rest it resists to bring it into the cells, and this is what we call insulin resistance. Therefore, you'll have a lot of glucose rotating or circulating within your system, and this is what we normally call as insulin resistance. In fact, diabetes too is a form of insulin resistance. It's a form which is the body is trying to show you that there is too much glucose or sugars within your system. But this is not the only symptom that your body is insulin resistance. There are other symptoms which show that your body is insulin resistance. Now, like maybe you have got skin tags, you have discolored patches within your skin, you have got weight which is either going up or going down uncontrollably. That is an indicator that you are insulin resistance. Therefore, look at what you are eating so that you control insulin resistance, and the hormone insulin is able to regulate insulin within your body. What does insulin resistance lead to? Insulin resistance normally leads to obesity, heart diseases, liver diseases, metabolic diseases. It also leads to a lot of ovary problems. A lot of late, we are having a lot of people, especially the youth, who are having problems with conceiving. This is also a problem of insulin resistance. So this is one thing we really have to work on, because it impacts on a lot of things within our body. Now, when you have excess belly fat, and then you are always tired, fatigued, these are some of the symptoms of insulin resistance. Sometimes you have frequent urination, you have increased thirst, you have blurred vision, you have got yeast infections. These are all hallmarks or markers of insulin resistance. So we have to work on this, because the insulin resistance causes a lot of diseases. So if we have to get out of medication, this is one area we have to really work on. Now, the second thing which we are going to work on is the area of inflammation. What is inflammation? Inflammation comes in two ways. You can have inflammation which is not chronic. Inflammation which is not chronic, this means that maybe you have hurt your foot, maybe you have a fever, maybe you have burnt yourself on a stove, and that burning sensation is what we call inflammation. This is a way, when you have those sensations, this is a way of the body trying to repair itself. So inflammation can also be good or bad depending on what inflammation you are dealing with. The worst type of inflammation is the what we call chronic inflammation. This chronic inflammation might not even have any symptoms. Some of the chronic inflammation is happening within the background of your body, and therefore some of it you are not aware of, and the inflammation is affecting most of your body organs, and therefore it ends up making you get chronically ill. What is important is to deal with this inflammation and to know how to go about it. Now, inflammation is a way of the body sending you signals that all is not well. These signals start with many things. For example, when you have arthritis and you have joint pains here and here, sometimes they come on and they go off. This is an indicator that your body is inflamed. Other symptoms of inflammations are things like belly fat, belly pain, chest pain, fatigue. Sometimes you lack sleep, you have a fever, you have got mouth sores. Sometimes even you have skin rashes, depression, anxiety, and mood issues. These are all signs that you have got inflammation. Therefore, we have to work on this. When you have this chronic inflammation, it normally leads to these diseases which I'm going to name here. So I'm just going to name a few. And let me also say here, I'm not a doctor. I'm just telling you from what I have learned from my journey of recovery, because my body was also highly inflamed. Now, things like heart diseases, autoimmune problems, certain cancers, digestive disorders, lung diseases, mental health diseases, Alzheimer's, Parkinson, these are all areas which show that you are inflamed. For example, when you have Parkinson or Alzheimer's, this is an indication that your brain is inflamed. The inflammation can happen anywhere. It can happen within your lungs, it can happen within your kidneys, it can happen anywhere in the body, because the inflammation will normally attack the weak link within your body. That is, your weakest organ is the one which will start being inflamed. Therefore, let us beat inflammation and insulin resistance. Now, stay with me and listen to my third point of how we are going to beat inflammation and insulin resistance so that we get off medication. The only way to beat these two is to go on an elimination diet. Elimination means what I'm telling you. Eliminate certain items within your diet. And when you eliminate these items within your diet, this inflammation and resistance will begin to subside. For example, eliminate processed foods, eliminate carbohydrates, eliminate sugars and sugary drinks, eliminate seed oils and plant oils, eliminate vegetables, fruits, grains, and seeds. Now, when you start by eliminating those, then you add them to your diet when your body now becomes stable. Okay, when your body becomes stable, you return them, but one by one, so that you find out what is inflaming you, and you find out what you can return within your diet and what you cannot return within your diet. You might be asking, what do I do? I'm going to tell you what I've been doing and what I've been doing for the last 9 months. I have been on what we call carnivore diet. Carnivore diet is basically eating animal proteins. You deal with animal proteins. Animal proteins is proteins gotten from only animals and not plants. You eat all types of meats from animals, milk and milk products. These ones, after you have taken them for a while, give it maybe a 3-month trial, and your body begins to feel well. The body will tell you how you will continue. And if by maybe 6 months or 1 year or whatever, you have reduced your medications, then if you want to return some of these other things, you can return them, but return them cautiously, because when you get inflamed or insulin resistance in the process, your body will notice and it will tell you this product is not good for you, so leave it. And that is why we call it elimination diet. You start by eliminating almost everything, go on animal proteins, and then see how it reacts to you. Now, the only thing I can tell you is that it is doable. I've been able to do it, and other people have been able to do it. I have had so many testimonies of so many people, hundreds of people, who have reversed their health through the carnivore diet, which we also sometimes call the elimination diet. And they have gotten off their 6, 7, 10 medications. They have reversed their health issues. I myself, I reversed blood pressure, and I'm no longer on medication. My friend reversed blood pressure and diabetes. She's no longer on medication and continuing to heal. Another friend also has reversed arthritis and continues to heal. Why not you? You can also get healed. You have just to make a decision and take responsibility that you are going to recover your health, and the food you eat is what will make you get off medication and get your health back. In my next video, please come on board. We continue to discuss more about health.